Hey everybody, it's Will.
And this is Thomas.
And we're back for another episode of OK Boomer, right here at the Virtual Spinner Rack. Today we're going to take a look at X-Men 205. But first, a word from our sponsor. Make sure you check out spinwizcomics.com. It is a downloadable app on both Android and iOS. It is a discovery platform for comics. Independent comics and web comics alike. There's over 86 independent publishers on there right now. Go check it out for yourself. Please download the app. Give it a 5-star review. We're trying to get them up to 100 downloads and 5-star reviews by the end of October. And now on with the show. Today we're going to be talking about X-Men 205 from 2013? No, I don't.
No, that's the copyright. No, it's from I think 84.
1984. It is written by the master himself, Chris Claremont. Penciled, inked, and colored by the man Barry Windsor Smith. Letterer, I'll get to that because I can't remember his name. It's real long. The editor on this book was Ann Nesenti, who, by the way, was co-creator of Longshot in the X-Men universe, along with Arthur Adams. And editor-in-chief at this time was Jim the Troubleshooter.
Yes, he was.
So this cover is killer and basically, tells you everything you need to know. We're pretty much going back to Project X here.
Yeah, or something similar to that Project X. Yeah, like I said, I just remember this cover being so badass when I was little, seeing it. And like I said earlier, we were talking about it in the pre-show. This was a completely random pick. I literally had no idea what I was going to pick, and this one just came out.
Yeah, because you had gotten a nice big box of cool comics in last week, and this was just on the top of the stack, and you're like, this looks cool. Yeah. Let's read that. Okay.
And I haven't read it since it came out. So this was, I think we were talking about it earlier. You'll see when we dive into this one. This is worth picking up, people.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, cover is absolutely awesome. I just noticed, like, some skeleton people over here, see? Ribs and stuff. Mm-hmm. But we go in, and this one opens up at the body shop. We'll make a new you. And for those people who don't remember us, if you get along and follow the story here, this is Lady Deathstrike.
Yes, and Spiral.
She's the chick with all the arms, right?
Yep, from the Mojo verse.
Yep, that's what I thought. I always liked her. I guess when she was in the little the Marvel Atlases, because she had all the arms and the swords. She's kind of freaky.
Yeah, because she can dimension shift and go back and forth between worlds. And there were other characters in here that we'll get to their names as we progress, but they're familiar names, but they're not like big familiar names.
No.
But they all went here to the body shop. Pretty much under orders from Spiral to get all fixed up to take out Wolverine.
That's all they want to do.
And it's all under it's under Spiral's guidance, but it is like, Lady Deathstrike, if she was in the Blues Brothers movie, she would be saying, "I'm not a mission from God."
Yeah.
Because, it's just some cool stuff. Let's get into this more.
Yeah. You know, the thing that got me to when I was reading this one, reading it the other day, it's so funny. You read these first couple pages, and I was like, really, what's going on here? Because, you know, besides knowing what's going on with Spiral and Lady Deathstrike, just the way it's written, it's almost like I won't say a poem or something, but, you know, he breaks it. You know, everything is just one word. You know, he's pain, joy, rage, glory. It was just kind of weird. And then, you know, 1 or 2 pages on, the story actually really starts. It's almost like Deathstrike doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, I started reading it the other day, and I finished the majority of it today, and I was just like, the first few pages are kind of like a slow read.
Yes,
Just the way, just the way he's got it paced out. I go, oh man, is this gonna be one of those '80s Marvel books where it ramps up the wordiness through the entire thing, and you might as well just have read an actual novel.
Yeah, I got picked up a Marvel team up the other day like that, and I looked at it and I said, "Holy crap! I don't have time to read this. I got to go to work."
Do you remember when they first brought X Factor in back in like the late '80s, early '90s? Because none of none of the original X-Men were around. They had all gone off, and you know, Scott got married to the Demon Queen there. I don't care. Madeline Pryor. I don't care. She was hot, and that costume was great. Oh
yes.
She was like anti-Vampirella or something. But
well, you know, it's
those first like 7 or 8 issues.
Yeah.
Took me like 2 hours a piece to read. It was like I'm going to write a pseudo novella, and you're just going to draw pictures around it. Okay.
Around it.
That's pretty much what it was.
And what's so funny is talking about X Factor and Madeline Pryor and, you know, all of that. That's not too terrible far after this issue, which I said we were talking about it earlier, but this is so funny is this is Uncanny X-Men 205, and then slap dab in the middle, as we'll see it, you know, people watching here, Wolverine's the only one in this story. There's no other X-Men in here. He's by himself.
There's another mutant, but there's no X-Men.
No X-Men, exactly. All right, so here's Deathstrike's coming out of this out of the bath here, and she's, you know, exclaiming, "What has she done?" And then here's Spiral wanting to let her know.
Yeah, and gives her a talking to, and she's starting to heal up a little bit, but not, you know, she doesn't heal that much. She's still, you know, she looks like a bigger freak than Warlock from the New Mutants.
From the New Mutants. Yeah. So what is it? The nutrient bath was successful. The final stage, your biomed transmutation has been successfully completed. And I can't remember who this guy's name is. Do you remember?
I keep thinking it's Maverick, but it's not.
Yeah, and he says, so she's a cyborg, and he says, Lady Deathstrike is nothing like you and your men. She is a living weapon, the true and ultimate woman of war.
Yeah, we'll get their names as we go in because, you know.
Yeah, it names them later on. But the thing that's so funny, and this is, you know, we were talking about the same thing kind of a little earlier, you know, she does all of this to herself because she wants to kill Wolverine. That's it.
Mm-hmm. That's
nothing else. Yeah.
I hate that man. I want him dead.
Yeah. What do you think of the coloring in like this? I mean, because, and, you know, reading it, I mean, I like my favorite, you know, of course, Perez is incredible during this time. Byrne is absolutely insane. But both, even Perez and Byrne, they use a lot more block like a lot more black in their work than this. And then you look at this Smith; it's so light. The colors are all raised up to me.
Oh yeah. Oh, his work is untouchable. I mean, there's like a lot of good artists nowadays, but I mean, they can't touch his work. You know, between from when he used to do Conan to
Yes.
when he did his run on this and his run in the '90s Valiants. I mean, come on, no way.
I mean, and it's just shocking at how, like I said, that, you know, because like you said in the beginning, he did everything in this issue, and it's all. I mean, it's all laid out. This is as close to him as you could get. I mean, because I'm not sure if he inked Weapon X or if he colored it, but that's the other story that really, to me, falls with this one.
Yeah, well, I think he did everything in Weapon X, which was weird that they did such a huge story because of the falling sales figures of Marvel Comics Presents. I'm like, well, we're gonna let Barry Windsor Smith do a Wolverine origin story, but we're gonna drag it out over like 24 weeks of Marvel Comics Presents.
It'll float the damn book by itself.
Yeah. No, he did everything in that too. That's why this issue is almost a mirror copy of his Weapon X work.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when I was reading it, because it's been a while since I've read Weapon X, but I mean, between this and Weapon X, I mean, these are like two of the Ultimate Wolverine stories. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So there's Lady Deathstrike letting everybody know the whole reason she's put her damn self through this, and dude, she's a freak.
Yeah, she can't even stay in the lines. Come on.
That's really cool, man. The fact that he breaks the panels so much in this.
Yeah, he breaks up the panels with her lead press on nails there, and just lets it go. And we'll get more into the story here, and we should stop picking up names of these
guys,
these other soldiers. And anybody that's watching them wants to throw any comments in, questions, what have you, just toss it in the chat.
Yeah, if you want to see a panel or something, I'll blow it up. Just let me know. What's funny too here is, like I said, what I love it. She goes to Spiral, and after she's done all this, and she's like, I just want to kill Wolverine. She goes to Spiral and asks, can it be reversed? And Spiral never really says, she just says, the body shop guarantees satisfaction. She never says whether it can or not.
Satisfaction guarantee to your money back.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. But she never says, can it be fixed? Yeah. And then, even she talks about, she thinks about later, desire which you've never really yours, and this humanity is a dream, and regaining it through murder of another. Spiral knows, she's gone. She's a freak.
Yeah, she's just, she's so far out there that,
there's nothing.
Yeah, she doesn't care. She knows these guys are probably going to get killed, and she's okay with that.
That's Spiral.
Because it just doesn't matter.
Nope. But yeah, I just thought that was funny that she's, hey, can it be done? And then, as we've talked about in comics before, we go from the body shop, bam. Now we're in South Street Seaport, East River Shore of Manhattan Island. So we've moved from the body shop to New York.
Well, the body shop is probably in New York.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying. We're moved outside.
Yeah, we're away from them, and right in the middle of suburbia Manhattan here.
Yeah, snow, Christmas decorations everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then here comes our other little mutant we were talking about. Do you want to give the pleasure of letting everybody know who this little girl is? Because they don't even use her anymore.
Nope, they don't. This is the youngest member of Power Pack.
Yeah, Katie. Katie Power is her name, right?
Yep, Katie Powers.
And she's with Miss Randolph, and they're going to look for. They're going to go sing Christmas carols and look at the lights.
Yeah, you probably read it drunk, Cliff. I probably did too. Oh yeah, Spiral and Mojo, great characters. I've actually been reading. I found a full set in one of my boxes of the Long Shot miniseries from the Wayback Machine there, from co-created by Ann Nesenti and Art Adams. And yeah. I just got to issue 6 this morning. I've only been reading the stupid books for like 3 weeks now.
Damn it.
Well, every time I turn around, it's like, oh, well, I got to do this. Oh, I got to research this person for an interview. I got to do this. I got to set up this.
Yeah.
Or I get a message from you. Have you read the book yet? We're going live tonight, Oh, shit.
You need to go there and get off your butt and read that book.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I really need like a nice big tablet so I can like get all the stuff and link a tablet to it and, sit over in my recliner and read everything there so I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is young Katie Power. She's with her music teacher and her class, and they're just like washing their hands and getting ready to that's kind of funny. We're reading a book where the teacher's making the little girl wash her hands. I know what I'm doing. I'm 5. Oh yeah, damn! I can't reach the hand dryer. It's too high.
Exactly.
And then she just breaks out her powers and just disintegrates all the water on her hands.
I can't remember exactly what her powers. I guess she destroys items and takes their energy or something.
Yeah. She's kind of like Bishop in that way.
Yeah.
Like she can touch a material item, like the water on her hands is actually, a physical material that's there.
Yeah.
So she converted that into energy that she hasn't used yet. But she can touch an object and destroy that object. But not the things in the object. So say it's a suitcase full of, dirty laundry or something. So she would be left. Yeah, so she would destroy the suitcase, but all the laundry would be left behind. And she turns that into power, and that's what she uses to make her starbursts.
Yeah, I like the way this was written too, because it's funny, like you were saying, she can't reach the hand dryer here, and she's like, I hate being little adults think you can't do anything. And then as soon as Miss Randolph turns around, and she keeps telling everybody, she calls them Miss Randolph or so and so throughout the whole book.
Mm-hmm.
She's very nice. You could tell she's a little girl.
Yep, she's still polite.
Yeah, she's still polite. Can we get back to choir? I don't want to miss any singing. So apparently they had to break away and go to the bathroom themselves.
Yeah, she probably had to use the restroom, and the teacher went with her.
Yeah.
And then they're on their way back, and their whole school and festivities get interrupted by the boys from the body shop.
Yep. As he just knocks her down. He knocks, there's Katie, there's Miss Randolph as he comes running in through them, and he's blasting at something.
Well, but he's blasting at Wolverine.
Exactly. We know we don't know that yet, but we know because we've read it. Yeah. It says who would have figured that crazy mutie could even move after what Lady Deathstrike did to him. So this is a continuation of the fight.
Yeah, well, we don't see the fight, and it's because you don't have to show every single fight to drag out a story. This is what you call a master class in storytelling, both in word and visual.
Yeah, because I mean, that told you everything we need to know right there.
100%.
I think the next pages are splash. You ready?
I'm ready.
Boom. There it is.
The Wounded Wolf.
Yep.
Now, what's getting me is Wolverine's got nothing on but his boots and the cod piece.
That's it.
The leggings are gone.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah, really.
I get the imagery he was going for, but, you know.
He could have showed a little bit more tore up uniform or something, but you know, he really wanted to go back to Weapon X and show Wolverine at his most, you know, feral, if that's the word you want to use for it.
Yeah, because he was pretty feral.
Exactly. I mean, this whole first little bit here we go with.
Yeah, the first clue is Wounded Wolf in big letters.
Yep. So we got here's our credits: Chris Claremont, story and script; Barry Windsor, story, art, and color; and then Tom Orzechowski is the letterer.
Okay. And Vicente was the editor, and Jim Troubleshooter was the editor-in-chief.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Tom, but he does an excellent job here, so we have no complaints.
We'll call him Tom Ski. Tomski.
So Katie gets up, and there's Wolverine, and she's looking for Miss Randolph, who she has gotten separated from.
But she, of course, knows Wolverine, and
yes,
but
who she calls Mr. Logan. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very polite young lady.
Yeah.
I remember when my daughter was like that.
Oh, Lord.
Not no more.
Dang it. But, yeah, are you hurt? She's asking him, are you hurt? Are you going to hurt me? The claws? And then here comes our police officers.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I love all the snow and everything. I mean, I don't know how long it took him to draw every damn page in here, but there's no big spotches of him not drawing something. It's all there.
Yeah, like every panel, no matter how big or small, is completely filled up.
Yeah, and it's detailed. I mean, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I mean, man, he does a good job. I mean, there's a police.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he put Marvel back on track to straighten their ass out.
Yeah. Although I am still a little peeved at him because I subscribed to the Shooterverse back in the 90s, and you know that went nowhere.
Yeah.
I also jumped headfirst into an empty pool for Neil Adams' comic line as well. So you know, who am I to judge?
Hey, Neil did some stuff with Pacific Comics. If you get a chance to.
Just picked up X-Men 196 of Power Pack. Oh, that's a good issue.
Yeah, I'll have to look, see if I've got that one and check it back. The only Power Pack I know I've got right now, I bought. I actually found in an antique store the other day some like Power Pack 5 through 6 that stars Spider-Man and Cloak and Dagger, and I was like,
oh
really?
yeah.
Spider-Man and Cloak and Dagger in Power Pack in a 3-issue story arc. Okay.
Well, that makes sense because they were, at the time that book came out, they were essentially all kids of just various ages.
Yep.
Cloak and Dagger were like, you know,
teenagers
in high school. Peter was in college. Power Pack was in elementary school.
Damn it. But yeah, I love how, so there's Wolverine, half naked, standing in front of Katie, and the police pull up, and she's like, policemen, and she's like, they'll help me, but they'll arrest Mr. Logan. And they're get away from him, and then instead Wolverine, for some reason, picks her up and hauls ass through the snow. And she tells him, yeah, you could tell this is an older book, because she says, what are you doing? What's wrong? Those policemen were friends.
Oh, 195, he said. Okay.
I have to look. But he's grabbing her so hard that he's actually hurting her. And she has to, she zaps him to knock him down and make him drop her.
Well, yeah, she shoots a fireball like right in front of their path.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm Energizer, so I guess that's her little name.
Yeah, that's her little squad name there for Power Pack.
And what's funny is
code name there, yeah.
We're kind of, I'm not saying making fun of Power Pack, but they were a big deal back in the 80s. I mean, they went 50 issues or something of their own solo series. They showed up in everything. Yeah, Power Pack was big.
And it's funny because this panel center bottom that one reminds me. She looks like a little baby Crystal from the Inhumans.
Yeah, I could see with the hair.
The hair, the black on the costume, the black ribbons around the hair, the yellow suit.
Yeah, huh. I know you were talking about costumes earlier with the Fantastic Four and their.
Because she can call forth her street clothes and her costume to switch back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I got here. It's and I just don't remember because it's been so long. But yeah, she's costume on, and all of a sudden, the little black swirly stuff here makes her costume.
That might have just been something he threw in for this.
Yeah, well, yeah, whatever. But yeah, it's neat.
It's still cool, yeah.
When when they're writing it, she's not smart. She's not stupid. She's the little girl, but she's still smart, because right after she knocks Wolverine on his butt, she disintegrates the garbage can to power herself back up.
Mm-hmm.
So she's getting ready if something else happens.
Well, she figures,
whatever's got Wolverine this way.
Look at what they did to Mr. Logan.
Yeah.
What the hell am I gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah, he says, "Are you all right? Are you sick? Friends don't hurt friends. Why did you? What's wrong?"
Friends don't let friends drink crappy beer.
They give them something worth drinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is where she starts to get close and finally notices he's all covered in blood, and then she sees that the people that were shooting her or the guys that were shooting earlier are coming through the fog behind them. She can see them.
Mm-hmm.
So even though he can't speak or anything else, she manages to pick him up to try and get him to safety. Says, "They'll catch you if you keep crawling. You got to get up. Please try." And then they head off through the snow.
Yeah, and she talks to herself, just saying, "Oh, I hope he can keep walking. He's too heavy for me to drag or pick up."
Yeah, if he falls on me, I'm screwed. Oh, but they keep going, and they're heading under that. That's cool. You see all the snow in the street light.
Yeah.
He really, really did an incredible job on this.
Yeah, he must have lived up in Buffalo or something.
I don't know,
because look at how good the snow is.
Yeah, I mean, it's
that's upstate New York snow. Let me tell you.
that's upstate New York snow, and they're still hot on their trails. And then here's a taxi that just pulls up, and she manages to get the taxi to stop, and then pushes Wolverine in, and who she says is now her uncle. Please, my uncle, some nasty people beat him up.
So the taxi driver, because it's around Christmas time, he's the Good Samaritan. He's gonna drive them to the nearest hospital to get help for Wolverine.
Yeah, yep. And then he heads off, and then as he's pulling away, you could see him leaving the three behind him.
Yep. Deathstrike and two of the others, because
right there.
he took out one of them before Katie found him.
Yes, and then here's one of our other ones who I think is ahead of Deathstrike in them, because there were three of them, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, Chip, this book is phenomenal. Back when you didn't have to buy like 32 X-Men books because they're doing a story that's 22 issues long.
22 issues long.
I can hear Ryan swearing at me in the background now.
Damn.
Quit talking about Hickman. I don't have to. Look at Claremont. Shut up.
Yeah. Well, and that's what's so amazing about this. Like I said, they just come out of damn nowhere.
I know. I know, right, Cliff? They were either getting their asses handed to them. Somebody was dying. Xavier was either in a coma or 3 galaxies away.
Something. Damn it, that's funny. Yeah. But yeah, here we get some brighter colors now. It's been all blue for the last 4 or 5 pages, but
yeah.
We're driving along in the taxi, and here's somebody just decides to unload into it after Wolverine or Mr. Logan actually throws Katie from the freaking car.
Yeah, throws her out the window from the car, and I couldn't tell whether or if they said it. Right?
No, exactly.
Story. And back when, a series could just continue on and didn't have to reboot just because a new artist who thought he was the schmack came on to tell his story.
They left the blow-ups for the damn summer specials, and that was it.
Yeah, pretty much. I couldn't tell whether did Wolverine throw the cab driver out too, or did he just jump out and say, "Oh, I'm out of here"?
Yeah, I think he just jumps because Wolverine slices through the damn door, the window, and then throws Katie out. And then when the gun goes off, the damn taxi driver says, "Maybe I need to leave too," and he jumps out. And then he comes, where out of the damn blowed up, burning taxi with even fewer clothes on now, and scoops her up and hauls ass.
No, he's wearing the same amount.
You think?
Oh wait, are his boots gone?
He's missing a boot here. He's got a boot here, but I don't see his boot there.
Yeah, he might not have just drawn it in there. Oh, she calls him by code name.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. Yeah, Wolverine.
Yeah, she's freaking out there, so she calls him Wolverine.
He did throw him out. She says he threw the driver out. He saved him, but he's still. So Wolverine did save him. He threw the driver out.
We only went 10 feet. We're not paying for that fare.
Thank you for driving Johnny Cab.
I know that reference.
I'm glad. And then Wolverine jumps over a damn fence with Katie in tow, tumbles through the snow, and then he starts speaking. But for those of you who are out there, I'm going to blow it up. So he's speaking, but she can't tell what he's saying.
Cliff, it's not just Wolverine. We're all in a mess anytime we hook up with a redhead. Sorry.
Oh, God. But he says he starts speaking, and later on it tells, but he's speaking in Japanese.
Yeah. I saw the little, the funny, angle marks.
Yep. Which always denote it's another language.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, right off the bat, I know he's probably going to be speaking Japanese.
Yeah.
Damn Gasian.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it gives you a little bit of Japanese right there, something you could recognize.
Yeah.
But and she tells him, she says, "You speak like me," and then he starts screaming and stuff, and then
how Bark at the Moon.
That's a great album.
Oh yeah.
But she takes her costume off and covers him with her jacket.
Well, yeah, she calls her costume back on, and then whips it around to wrap it around his shoulders.
Yeah, so he's not freezing to death.
Yeah, still got no pants on, but here, put this around your shoulders. You'll feel better.
Well, it's better than nothing, damn it. But yeah, now he starts. It's so subtle as his brain heals. Yeah, and he actually says, even though his mind's messed up, it's the same way my healing factor repairs my body, it's restoring my mind. It's incredible. I mean, and it happens in just a couple pages and a couple panels, and that's it. There's no giant explanation needed. He tells you everything you need to know there.
Yeah, but you can feel the passage of time as you're reading this.
Oh, yeah.
Not just like 5, 10, 15 minutes. You can feel the lengthy amount of time from reading the story. And a lot of that too is just because you're just staring in awe at his artwork on every panel. So it just takes you that much longer to read this book.
Yeah, I mean, but the part of that is because he just piles so much in. I mean, you can see everything. But I do love, so they're over the fence, and then we could see so they've gone a good little distance from the fence, but here comes Lady Deathstrike and her guys as they're going and blowing a damn hole through the fence, coming right after them.
Yeah, that's just great, though.
Yeah, they're following. And here's the I won't say if this is the climax area, but kind of Wolverine actually stops and talks to Katie for a minute.
Yeah, in English now, because he's thanking her, because of all the help that she gave him. It gave his, body and mind, enough time to heal that he can do something now. Yeah.
And the thing is he's talking to her and he's thanking her, and he tells her, he says, I want you to, I want you to do something with me. It may be the hardest thing you've ever done, maybe the bravest. I just want you to trust me. And then the book shifts. We leave Katie there. And then you see Wolverine. Now he's underneath, I guess, some steps or, I guess these are bleachers maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrecks this guy's day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He just comes right up to the damn bleachers and runs him through.
Slice and dice.
Yep. And then Lady Deathstrike's not too far behind.
Yeah. He drew her like in her normal costume here.
Yeah.
But when we advance some more, we're gonna see she's still, pretty messed up.
Yeah, she's still kind of jacked up. Yeah, she's still regular costume there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so he guts this guy, starts heading toward another one, and Lady Deathstrike still, you know, now she's issuing orders to find Katie and take her hostage. And Wolverine instead just, comes up and attacks this guy who unloads on him. And Wolverine lays back and pretends, he plays possum there, pretends he's dying, and then guts this poor dude.
That's the way. I like it.
And
Sorry,
then,
it's been a long day.
Has it? But with that guy gone, now it's Reese was his name. Acknowledge. And then Wolverine tells her, he says, "You're wasting your time." And then here comes, I guess, the big fight, people.
Oh yeah,
Deathstrike and Wolverine.
This is just awesome.
Yeah. She's like, I knew and I prayed that our duel would end up like this, hunter and hunted. Yeah. You brought the other three guys just so they'd be gutted then?
Mm-hmm. That was just to slow you down so I could get you.
Yeah.
I'm not a strong runner.
I'm not a strong runner. I need to go back and reread some of the earlier stuff with her because I know, isn't her father like a criminal, one of the criminal empire people or something? And
yeah.
He's like a Japanese mafia, Yakuza.
Yakuza, yeah.
And he's screaming at her. He says it doesn't have to be this way. But they get into this massive fight. She's actually doing pretty good here early in the fight. Look at that. And look at that, though. I just noticed that too. He changes the color every little panel. And they just keep going at them.
Oh yeah, it's nonstop.
No words needed on this one.
Nope. But look at the face expression on that bottom panel though.
Yeah, I mean, you see his every little, he's growling, spitting blood out. His eyes are glazed over.
Mm-hmm.
As he just guts her and then leaves her there. And he asked her, he says, there it is. He says, Yurko, it was necessary to become like you. Was she Lady Deathstrike? I know she was Lady Deathstrike, but was she like this before this issue, or is this the issue where she becomes like this? That's the thing that's kind of made me question it. I couldn't remember.
I think she was like this before that.
Yeah.
But this added something. I don't know what.
Yeah, because like I said, he asked her, and she tells him, the only way I was ever going to kill you was to become like you. And then after he beats her, she's, I've lost, I failed, my life is forfeit. And she's wanting him to kill her. And
yeah, I think the body shop is where she got the adamantium treatment.
Okay. So she had something else before that then. And they added to it. Yeah. But what's bad is, she's begging for him to kill her. And, he's got a prime opportunity to kill her. And he tells her, he says, it's not going to be that easy. I'm not going to let you get away from it. You're going to have to deal with what you become. And he just walks the hell away. Matter of fact, he puts the claws up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, he says, earn it. And then he walks slowly back. No, it's not snowing so heavy anymore. He walks back to Katie. And this is what was cool, because you don't know what he asked her to do until here. And he tells her, he says, you can open your eyes, it's safe. And she tells him, I did what you asked. I didn't see or hear anything. And he says, good. And, the whole thing is he just wanted to protect her. He didn't want her to see any of that. And then let's go home, baby.
The the underlying thing of the book, to get exactly what the bigger picture is, that Deathstrike actually paid Spiral for turning her and the three other guys who are former Hellfire Club guards into cyborgs at her body shop. So it's Spiral is the quote unquote owner of the body shop. And they want to kill Wolverine, who grievously injured them before. Imagine that. And then had the process reversed. Deathstrike doesn't give a shit whether the process gets reversed or not. That's what the guards think and want. Deathstrike, however, wishes to remove Wolverine's adamantium bones, as she believes that the process to give him the adamantium skeleton was stolen from her father.
That's right. That the government stole it from him.
Yep.
That's right. I remember that now.
Thank you, Google.
Thank you, Google. Dude, that 30, 40 years of reading comics, you got to forget some of this stuff.
Yeah, some of the stuff you want to forget.
Yeah. But, all along, it's just one, like you said, this is one story that takes place over, what, we're going to say an hour maybe? In time frame? Or the main fight, the snow between Katie and them, say an hour, and the body shop stuff, was before.
Yeah, all the body shop stuff and the beatdown they gave Wolverine was prior. But from the time that Katie found Wolverine, after one of the guards knocked her down, I think he did.
In Bullseye?
Her father was the one that did the process to Bullseye after Murdoch shattered every bone in his body and put him into a coma. I think what is that, Daredevil 200?
All right, now I got Daredevil 200. I'll have to pull it out and look at it now.
And that's not when he got the adamantium, but later on they had to bring Bullseye back because he's
the ultimate Daredevil villain.
Yeah, he's the ultimate Daredevil villain. So you can't just get rid of him like that.
No.
But that was an awesome storyline. I don't care.
Yeah, because that's before that is when Bullseye's running around in Murdoch's suit, actually pretending to be Daredevil.
Yeah.
And beating the hell out of people.
Yeah, and then Matt gets his suit back, but he's got like a busted arm. So that image of the white cast over the red Daredevil suit with his with one of his batons and from his cane in his hand.
Yeah.
And he just with the broken arm
beat the hell out of Bullseye.
Beat the hell out of Bullseye and shattered every bone in his body.
Yeah, I think I remember that now.
And the surgeon said, "I'll be right back. I got to go to the hardware store. Get me some Gorilla Glue."
It bonds nearly anything.
And it's invisible.
And it's invisible. Dang it. But yeah, like I said, this was a completely random read, man. And this was really, really good.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
I forgot how good the X-Men was around this time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and there's a lot of issues that stand out. Of course, Barry Windsor Smith wasn't the regular artist, but I mean, they had, who else was drawing at this time? You had Ramita was drawing some at this time, and Lee was after this, and then it was Ramita, Byrne, Portico was a couple issues after this too. 230, I think it was Portico. But this is just, dude, this was just freaky good.
Oh, you know when you see a guy in the credits of like an older book who's like a huge name artist.
Yeah.
And you see him, they've got him on Inking Shores. That's how old you know the book is. Not here, but just relishing back to the Long Shot miniseries I'm reading.
Yeah. Who'd you say was on Inking Shores?
Inking Shores on that, it was Ann Nocenti and Arthur Adams created Long Shot.
Yeah.
So Ann Nocenti and Art Adams basically co-plotted the story, and then she actually wrote it out, and he obviously did all the art. Wilsh Patachio was his inker.
Yes.
But it's still like a huge honor. It's like, yeah, you've been working at Marvel for about 5 years. How'd you like to be able to ink Arthur Adams?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like me to do?
Yeah. Shall I wash your feet now?
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing we were talking about earlier. Was it not last week before last, I think it was, when we did Nick Fury. Steranko's first job is inking, over Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is your first job. Okay. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was just,
But yeah, the thing about this though is I wonder really how long it took him to do this issue, because the art is killer, and the fact that he did everything: color, pencil, ink, layout, the whole 9 yards.
Oh yeah, it's just, great stuff.
Yeah, any of these would be, just the whole panel set up. But I really enjoyed this book, man. I don't know. I think you did too, sounding about it. So what are you going to rate this one?
Oh, this is like an easy 5 for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chris Claremont and Barry Windsor Smith on an X-Men book. Yeah.
I just don't get how it came out of, it come out of nowhere though. I can't remember what's 204 and, 206 afterwards. I'm going to have to go look them up now and see. But yeah, just a solo Wolverine story that's absolutely incredible, that ties in with Weapon X. This is a good 5. This is easy. This is back when comics were just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I remember it, when I first read this one, like I said, I was little whenever it came out, and I remember pulling it off the rack because it was stuffed down behind some other comics, and I bought it and read it. But that was the last time I read it until the other day.
Yeah, just, it's just like so crazy. What's funny is that this is Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, 205.
Yeah.
But if you go to Uncanny X-Men Volume 2, Issue 205, it's right in the middle of the Messiah complex.
Okay.
Just saying. Just saying, because, I looked it up, and when I was looking it up, I was seeing that. I go, that's not the right cover.
No, not at all. I see that's one of the things I was actually discussing with someone earlier, yesterday, I think it was. I've just got so many comics now, and then like Spider-Man, they did some stuff to Spider-Man that just kind of ruined the character for me. So I love Spider-Man up until a point, and then after that, I really don't read him much anymore. And X-Men was kind of the same thing. I mean, I probably quit reading X-Men around the time that, they relaunched it with the new X-Men #1 and the 57 million covers by Jim Lee. I mean, just everything like this, though, is just so, all the 80s stuff is so good to me.
Oh yeah, I dug into a box and I found 2 of these Venom #8s.
Yeah.
And I found, some DC variants, a really cool Superman DC variant, some guy with the initials of AH.
Adam Hughes did a
Yep.
Superman variant.
Yep. Of, the Lightning and a Frieson Wonder Woman variant.
Talking about Hughes,
Catwoman 5 from Art Germ.
I picked up some Justice League a while back.
Mm-hmm.
Justice League America Volume 2, okay? And it's early issues, 5 or 6 or whatever, and Adam Hughes is the penciler in them.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, last year when they were bringing the X-Men back.
Yeah.
Well, last year or the year before.
The Powers of X stuff?
No, way before that, when they relaunched just the regular X-Men before the Powers of 10 and whatever.
Okay.
When they relaunched that, when they just relaunched the Uncanny X-Men, because they, like you said, they had like 1 billion, covers on it. They re-released an old Dave Cockrum cover.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So I got that one, but they deemed it X-Men month, so they were putting like, all these variant artists like J. Scott Campbell and stuff, and putting X-Men covers on all these books that weren't X-Men.
Yeah.
Like they did this X-Men cover on Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, they do that all the time now.
Yeah. And this is the because this is the X-Men, the last X-Men that I like, because this comes out of Age of Apocalypse. But this is the Venom 8, J. Scott Campbell X-Men cover on Venom, and I only kept it because I like the cover.
God.
And then further down in the box for Ryan is, but the guy that I was buying for at the time, an online dealer who had a store, and he had a couple of guys working in the store that were doing great. And
Yeah.
I like the guy. He's a nice enough guy, but every time he doesn't think he's making the kind of money he should be making by selling new comics, because most 90% of his money all comes from buying collections and selling the older books and key issues and graded books and stuff like that. So out of the blue, didn't tell a single person, and he probably had 75 to 100 like regular customers at the store, between people that actually were from the area and that were just regular customers of his online. Didn't tell anybody, closed the store.
Really?
Yeah. Which pissed me off. I haven't bought anything from him since.
Well, see, and that's the whole thing. I mean, we've both been buying for so long. It's one of those things. I mean, even now, we still, we bitch about new comics, but I know I'm still buying some, and then I know you buy some. And they do stuff that royally makes me mad, but then there are some good reads,
Yeah, there's because no matter how much I bitch about it, I'm still gonna buy Batman. You know, because I'm like, ooh, I don't want to break the numbering. They already broke the numbering for you. Shut up.
Yeah. Yes.
Um,
3 times because I just put I put all of Batman Volume 2 up the other day.
and I kind of, you know, I think so far from what I've gotten, the only Black Label book that I hated was Frank Miller's Superman.
Oh, the Year One Superman.
Yeah, like his year one Superman.
I
You
got
know,
I got those, but I don't think I've read them yet.
with with crappy junior art on it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I haven't read them yet because of that.
And I
And
mean, Junior's a nice guy. I've met him before,
yeah,
and he's like a super nice guy. I'm like, yeah, but you know, your op sucked after like Spider-Man 230.
yeah. I don't know if I'd go that far. I'd give him a couple more years because I mean, some of his Punisher stuff was good, Punisher Warzone and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but that's when he started doing all the cross hash stuff.
Yeah, now it's just that's all it is now.
Now it's just,
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't want that crap.
yeah. I mean, you can't. There's no delineation. There's no, definition in the characters. I mean, and you can still do crosshatch and get definition. I mean, for God's sakes, look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's not overdoing it.
No. Nope.
It's called fine and precise detailing, not make a bunch of squiggly lines and then put some heavy inking over it to, give form to it.
And they can't say it takes, forever. I know it does. It takes long, but especially if if you've been drawing as long as like Smith has here, he's doing things that I used to get screamed at in art school right here, which shows you how fast he's drawing. He's his pen, he's not picking it up. See, it's curving.
Mm-hmm.
Look, his pen's traveling over into the next panel. None of that kills this book. Not a damn bit of that kills it. But that shows you how fast he is drawing this.
Oh, I know.
Because, like I said, that's something they used to scream at me all the time about when I was studying art. The fact that I, pick your pen up, don't let it curve back on you. Little things like that. But you got to blow that way up to see that. But that just shows you how fast he's working. Yeah, I do like the fact though that he tells her to cover her eyes and ears so she doesn't see. That's really cool. It shows that Wolverine's not the savage that everybody makes him out to be all the time. But did you think about next week?
Yeah.
Lay it on me.
Since Donnie Crappy Cates, because I hates the Cates.
Really?
Oh yeah. I'll go into one of the many reasons why when we get off here. Since he just killed Galactus, and now of course, the next issue. Oh, we got a replacement for Galactus because we have this miniseries going on. Let's go way back in the machine and do Fantastic Four 48.
Really?
The Coming of Galactus.
Yes. Which is, as we were talking to your buddy, was it 3 weeks ago, is the holy grail of comics.
Yes.
Fantastic Four 48 through 50. But yes.
So next week we're going to hit up FF 48 and
What? What did he say?
That was just the comment about Deathstrike's father giving Bullseye the adamantium.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Oh, okay. But
so next week, okay, Boomer will deep dive into Fantastic Four issue number 48. The coming of Galactus. Until then, please like, follow, subscribe, and read some comics. If you're watching this on Facebook, like Cliff is watching this on Facebook, please go over to the Outright Geekery Facebook page. Give us a thumbs up and a follow. You can also find us on the Outright Geekery YouTube channel, and you can subscribe and smash the like button over there as well. Until next time, this is Will.
And this is Thomas.
For OK Boomer, we'll see you.